Welcome to On the Streets with CVSan, your inside look at some of the ways Castro Valley Sanitary District provides high-performance, low-cost wastewater services. Today, we're checking in with the maintenance crew to learn about the work they do at pump stations that helps keep Castro Valley's wastewater moving. Collection System Maintenance Supervisor Greg Williams and Collection System Maintenance Technician Jeff Zong oversee numerous maintenance activities at CVSan, including performing consistent inspections and maintenance work at CVSan's pump stations. But before we check out some of the work they do, what exactly is a pump station?
So four basic parts of the pump station is you have a wet well, you have pump, you have the main control panel, and your valves. It's a collection point for your wastewater so it can be pumped to a higher ground.
If a pump is having an issue, it must be pulled to be cleaned of debris and inspected for defects. Pumps can weigh up to 100 pounds, so the crew leaves the heavy lifting to the CVSan crane.
So when we pull out the pump, we'll inspect the pump. We check for any cracks, any chips, and any deterioration of like the cables or the housing.
The crew also has to manually clean any gunk that builds up at the bottom of the wet well with hooks and nets.
This is the gunk that we are talking about. These are the stuff that you see flowing on top. It's fat, oil, and grease with mixture of other debris such as, the flushable wipes. It will clog the pump. It becomes a bigger and bigger mess. That's why it's important, do not flush anything down other than the 3P.
When you flush things other than the 3 Ps, pee, poop, and toilet paper, you increase the chances of having a sanitary sewer overflow and can damage pumps at the pump station. Some pumps are located underwater in the wet well, and some pumps are located in what's called a dry well.
A dry well is a sort of pump station where the pumps are not submerged in wastewater. They're actually in a separate vault.
Greg forgot to mention that work in the dry well happens underground.
The typical maintenance on the pumps inside of a dry well are the certain valves that are exercised to make sure that they don't stick in an emergency. And sometimes pumps, we back flush them so that all of the air is flushed out of the line and the pumps keep running.
The crew's work is important because it ensures Castro Valley's wastewater system continues flowing without disruptions in service, even during events such as power outages.
The main purpose of a generator at a pump station is to provide backup power in case there's a power outage in the area where the pump station is.
The Collection System Maintenance Department ensures the proper function and maintenance of CVSan's 8 pump stations. They perform bi-weekly inspections and conduct quarterly and annual comprehensive inspections to address any major repairs needed so that the pump stations continue to operate efficiently and without fail. Greg, Jeff, thanks for showing us the pump stations today, and more importantly, on behalf of myself and everyone in Castro Valley, thanks for all the hard work you do every day. To learn more about the high-performance, low-cost wastewater services CVSan provides, visit cvsan.org/wastewater.